Good evening, everybody. My name is Sean Carlson from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I am going to show you my new project that I have going on for me. So let's get to it. This here is a generator. I just bought this one for $100. It does not work. I had a hard time getting it inside my vehicle, but it actually made it, and it is extremely heavy. I don't know the specs on it, but I'm just going to give you guys close-ups and you can look at it. So the guy that I bought it from tried to do work on it. He bought it secondhand and he couldn't get it running. So he bought it from a guy, and I don't know who that guy is or what his involvement is with this generator. But there is parts and pieces in it right here. This here and this here. So I look at that. I don't know what that is just by looking at it. But as you can see that there is rust and stuff. This here is the spark plugs and the hose and whatever the hell. And rust. So the rust is not a big problem. It's a 7,000 watt, or at least I think it's a 7,000 watt. So what we have here is a generator and an electric motor. For it to generate 7,000 watts, that means it's a high power friggin' output. So when I look at this, I see a magic symbol here, and that is this one here, Briggs & Stratton. The guy that I bought it from said that he tried to put a new reel wiring cord, but it wouldn't pull. So what that tells me is there is a seizure of some sort inside the cylinders or the crank. And he told me that there is on top of here supposed to be an air filter housing, like air filter housing. It's missing. It's not there. Luckily, Briggs & Stratton do a very good job of giving you the information you need to repair an engine, one of their engines. So that is what I will be doing. And so when I look under here, I can tell this here part is the gas tank. So this here under here is the fuel, comes through here, goes through here. The filter goes into whatever, and wiring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all the wiring. I'm pretty sure that if this thing is rusted all the way to hell, then the wiring is probably no good too. So the panel on the back of this probably needs to be redone too. And if I look in the back there, I can see just a little bit. If I get under here, there's just that wire that comes from the electric motor, which powers everything. So I'm going to need to look at that very carefully because I just noticed that there is 2 plugs on the back of that panel that are not plugged in. So there is a few cobweb stuff and whatever, but what I'm going to do is do a complete tear down and rebuild of this entire unit. It's going to take me a while because in my other videos you see me working on weed whackers, and to be honest with you, I could work on weed whackers until I'm blue in the face, but that's the only thing that I'm going to be known for doing is fixing weed whackers. Well, anybody can fix a fucking weed whacker. Can you move up to something else, like maybe a motorcycle or a car? I actually worked on a Volvo, and I decided to do something different and work on a generator. And for $100, the price seemed right just to get this running and going again. So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be a project, a slow one. The parts on this are going to be a lot different than a weed whacker. That's 100% for sure. This is a straight gas engine, which means it will be a 4-cycle, which means there is a crank shaft. There is also those, frick, my head is just not working right now for all the names of the engines. Anyhow, complete teardown, rebuild. This thing's going to shine. It can be repainted. I'm probably going to have to get the decals again to put onto this thing. Then, everything's going to be a brand new part. the brand new spark plugs. The wiring is going to be brand new. I'm going to take a look at the cylinder inside, the oil filter if there is one. I don't know if I'm going to mess around with the electrical motor a whole lot. I'm just going to take it apart, look inside, and probably clear all the debris that is in there. It's probably is a good running motor. So once I get the engine all rebuilt, I'm going to look at the electric motor slightly and then put it all back together and get it running. So yeah, if there's any input any of you would like to tell me, then go ahead. Make your peace. This is YouTube after all, right? So, yeah. Anyhow, my name is Sean Carlson from Vancouver, BC. Have a good day.